Have you felt how magnetic your energy has been lately? I feel like even though it's still in the midst of winter, there is something popping off in the spiritual realms. Like your name is being called on multiple spiritual levels that is attracting everything that you are asking for to you. But I also want to let you know, friend, that as you become highly magnetic, things that you want are attracted to you, and some things that you don't want are attracted to you as well. Tap in. So I am going to dive in this message, love on you a little bit, and hopefully you can gain some insight into what's really happening with you. Okay, so tap in, tap in, tap in, and let's get it popping. Okay, so we need to talk about what energy you are currently radiating, right? This is important to know because with all of this energy attracting to you, and it comes in different forms, you might want to directly dive into or understand, like, why is this happening? How am I drawing these things to me? What's going on? And the first thing that I pop out is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords coming out sideways. And so with this energy, it is clear that you have made the decision to do a complete 180 in your mindset. It all starts with a shift in perspective. It all starts with a shift in your mindset. And it appears that at this point in time, you are not going to be beholden to any type of emotional turmoil or take on any more emotional damage or holding on to that is not yours to carry. And even if it is yours to carry, you are learning to process that. Tap in. It takes a special type of turnaround to look at how deep we get into our emotions. It's not just the intuitive sides of us, it really is when we overthink, when we ruminate, when we keep going back to those ideas, ideologies, those moments in our world where we could have done better, we could have said better, we should have thought to do better. You know what I mean? And I feel like the Six of Swords is just saying, like, hey, girl, hey, you're actually taking the time to turn around. You're actually taking the time to step away from what has been emotionally holding you there. And when you have this mindset, it pushes away the friction that causes uncomfortability, painful uncomfortability, right? And it ushers in a level of comfortability that is igniting and exciting. And I feel like this point in your life, as well as you're making this 180, you're also recognizing how powerful you have become. The time it takes to get to a point where you understand, like, hey, I finally reached that next level, it often takes this shift, this minor, what seems like a minor mindset shift. That shift comes from a climb of situations where you had to endure bullshit for quite some time in order to get here. So, congratulations on this mindset shift because it's not easy, especially when you're used to doing things the same way over and over again, friend. So, tap into that. This mindset shift is accompanied by, like, not just your energetic change, but what's changing around you, who is showing up around you, what is being done around you, friend. And I think that we have to understand that while you are drawing this energy, you also have to recognize that what is leaving and what is coming are information, is data points where you're understanding that you will no longer be controlled. The thing about emotions, the thing about the King of Cups that just came out, the thing about emotions is that the King of Cups understands just how powerful the control of your emotions are. Not that you can't feel them, not that you shouldn't feel them. That mindset is done for. Like, we're not going into 2025 and beyond thinking that we're not allowed to experience our emotions, especially when they are valid, especially when they are brought on by pain or even joy. Like, experience your emotions. The way that the King of Cups shows up for you now is that you are more mature. You are not more mature. You have matured into how you handle your emotions during confrontations, during people who think they are going to, during job interviews where people sometimes the interviewer attempts to trip you up depending on how high level you're trying to go. Like the way that you have controlled how you respond to your triggers specifically is truly next level. And I have a feeling, friend, that you didn't even know that you would want to see yourself here. I have a feeling, friend, that you truly worked so hard, not just with your therapist, friend, tap in because we team therapy over here, not just with your therapist, but with your ancestral lineage to get to a point where you understand that your triggers have been problematic for you, but now that you have control over them, they have become a part of your story. And I wouldn't be surprised, friend, if you're thinking about writing a book, if you're thinking about writing, especially a book of poetry, tap in. I don't know where that came from, but if you are thinking about writing or expressing yourself through creative endeavors that you want to sell because your story is that powerful, this 180 mindset shift is going to take you there, friend. Tap into this beautiful King of Cups energy that has been appropriately guided with our brother Tupac on the front, okay? Tap into that. Yes, yes. And the other thing that I want to talk about with your magnetism, because when you start tapping into the creative endeavors in your life, it's very clear that you start to attract creative endeavors type of people, right? But you also leave behind a certain type of people. So don't be surprised when you start to involve yourself in different parts of society that invites the movers, the shakers, the high rollers, people who want to invest in you the way that you have invested in yourself over the last few life cycles that you've gone through, emotional, physical, psychological life cycles that you've gone through. And there might be a bit of bitterness from those who see you elevating. Tap in. I know this is a conversation that comes up multiple times during spiritual conversations, but the fact is, friend, is that everybody can't come with you. And those who are true spiritualists, those who are in your circle that understand the life cycles and the mindset cycles of life knows that they can't go with you everywhere, but also understands that they can continue to cheer you on. For those who choose not to, that's okay. There might be a little slick talk, there might be some disheartening energy. Hey, another chance. But that does not mean that you have to take what it is that they're giving to you in a negative fashion. Welcome. So I love the fact that this new mindset shift for you is going into creative endeavors that you should absolutely sell and make your bread, tap in, and that you understand that everybody that's in your past or in your now is not going to like this mindset shift. Okay, so that's why you are attracting so much energy, because you made the decision to say you will not be bogged down by what was holding you back. Okay, we gonna pull what Kamala say. We will not be burdened by what has been. Tap in, tap in. Okay, we not gonna be burdened what has been, girl. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Right? So there's a source. There is a source. Tap in. Tap in another chance. There is a source that really comes with this level of magnetism. That's why you're like, yo, where's all this energy coming from? Like your manifestations are coming true. Things that you're asking for are appearing in front of your face like instantly, almost. Like you say one thing, you might go onto your YouTube channel and boom, a video pop up with the title that you need. Or you might look in your phone, boom, a friend is telling you like, hey girl, I got the tickets, or I got the spot at wherever. Like there's always something that answers what it is that you require to feel at ease, feel at peace, feel loved in that moment. Tap in. And so when we talk about like source, we have to understand that your source of power comes from multidimensional, multidirectional areas. Okay. What I want to present to you is that you have been the source of you. I know that might sound like wild right now, right? But when we're looking at Three of Swords and the Lovers, you have completely disconnected, friend, from what has hurt you. You have completely disconnected from everything, not even just disconnected, but the disconnection leads to you understanding that in order to love yourself, you have to, there is no choice. There's not a choice to stay. There is only one direction. Tap in. And the direction that you must go towards, the direction you must fall into, is a direction of love, the love of yourself. That's what Whitney Houston was telling us the whole time. Okay, she said the greatest love of all is you, girl. Tap in, friend. Okay, so when you pull out, think about it. Think about the. Listen, I got a question, real time, y'all. The question is, how do you disconnect when you are used to it? Say that, and this is where the mindset shift comes in. If you are used to it, get unused to it. It is okay to say, yo, I am comfortable in bullshit. Like, I am uncomfortable in this level of chaos. However, I am not thriving in this comfortability. I am not thriving in this stagnation. So the choice is, do you stay where you are, or do you take the steps to get out of a sticky, messed up situation? The fact of the matter is that the only person that you are beholden to outside of the child that you birthed, okay, is you, friend. And I think this is a relevant question because when you are used to something, think that I pulled the Three of Swords with the Lover's card. When you are used to something, it is painful. It is an extraction. Let's tap in, friend. Let's tap in. Extractions freaking suck. Have you ever extracted a pimple off of your face? Have you ever gone in and had broken bones repaired? Have you ever had to release, I don't know, I can't talk for my man, but my women's ever release an egg every month? Okay, the extraction process of the egg even don't get fertilized, friend. But have you ever pushed out a baby, friend? Tap in. Extractions are difficult. Yes, it's going to be painful. Temporarily. Temporarily. Please understand, friend. Please tap in. Tap into your crown frequency. Take a deep breath in, friend. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And I want you to envision what your life will be like outside of the chaos. I'm not asking you to solve a problem. I'm not asking you to come up with solutions right now in the moment. I'm asking you to envision what your life would be like without the chaos, without the toxic people, without the harm, the self harm, the imposed harm on you. Tap in. I'm asking you to visualize this because what's on the other side, what bridges you to that other side, is the hard work. Bridge over troubled water. Sometimes you got to go through that ish, and that's real. Sometimes you got to go through the troubled waters until you can find that bridge. What does this look like? This looks like hours of self-help, reading books. This looks like hours of asking questions. This looks like research. This looks like going to therapy, team therapy over here. Listen, this, if you cannot afford therapy, I completely understand. The world is a financially crazy place. The whole world is in financial crisis. So I totally get it. We going macro on that one, not micro. So guess what? Your community centers might have support groups. I know local hospitals have support groups all of the time that you can go in. Hell, take your behind into an AA meeting if you have to, because guess what? There's a support system there, and they often have resources to other support groups that can help you in certain ways. I know that my veterans tap in and going to the VA. Listen, there are other options besides going to one-on-one therapy. But if you decide to do that, ask for a sliding scale fee if you cannot afford it, and see what your therapist can do for you. Okay, I am not like promoting any one type of therapy. I'm just saying that there are options, and for goodness sakes, for your sanity, for the love of yourself, seek out those options. Okay, tap in. So as we go into these internal and external factors, the internal factor for you, friend, is The fact that you have to do a painful extraction. And I want to just address one more question in real time because I'm on my podcast as I'm recording. And the statement is, I try to push myself to be the person I can be, but it's something holding me tight and I can't figure out what it is. And this is where you peel back the layers. This is where a pen and paper comes into play. I'm not even going to hold you, friend. I have done audio journaling that has helped tremendously. Seeking guidance on from a trusted source, if you have one, to ask like, hey, have you noticed anything about me lately? Have I been moving differently? Am I asking for, if I'm not, am I not asking the right questions? And just to be clear, friend, a lot of this movement, this extraction, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a time. It takes time. The removal is one thing, the healing is another. And audio journaling is you simply pulling out your phone and recording your thoughts in real time, or whether it's just audio or even if you do video, recording your raw emotions all at once and letting it hang into the atmosphere. I like to do both journaling with a pen and paper and audio journaling because I doodle. And you will be absolutely mind blown at the way your brain reconfigures how to find solutions to heal you and extract you from painful bullshit. Tap in, okay? Tap in. Solutions are there. You have to work with them and you have to be open to doing things that you've never ever done before. Like recognizing that some of the people that's closest to you are straight up demons. Tap in. Okay. As we move outward from internal pressure of what is amplifying your energy right now, remember what's amplifying your energy is the extraction. It's running towards you, loving yourself, doing more, tapping in, prayers, rituals, okay? Tap into your rituals, okay? Even if your rituals is something as simple as making your same cup of coffee every morning. As you are making your cup of coffee, I want you to tap into the energies that are there for you. For example, when I make my cup of coffee every morning, as I'm pouring the coffee, I say my little prayer, okay? Or I am very mindful and I'm breathing in a methodical way. So I'm doing my breathing exercises as I am waiting for the coffee to completely brew. There are different ways that you can incorporate rituals into your everyday where they are small moments all the way up to full blown, as I like to say, theatrical rituals, okay? So let's look at some external things that are happening here. Ooh, the external situations that are happening here is you're doing a lot of going back to earlier, you are doing a lot of reflection. But instead of you ruminating on the bad, the not so awesome, as you're ruminating on the things that you're just like, hey, I just shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Tap in. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. As you are doing that, I want you to stop yourself in real time. This is where self awareness will benefit you times a trillion. I want you to stop yourself right there. And I want you to tell yourself that you are going to talk about two amazing things, two amazing activities, successes, conversations, right? Something that you learned, something that you researched online. I want you to think back in the last week and talk about how successful that was. The goal, as you reflect, and this goes back into your complete 180, right, where you're shifting out of the old mindset into the new. The point of rewiring your brain is so that you don't continue to ruminate over what used to be. And the other influence is that for some reason, whatever's on the outside that is holding you or wants you to be there, you feel like you feel like it's a perseverance. You feel like you're achieving something, you're proving something to someone else. And I'm telling you, friend, pull that back. No. You're not proving something to anyone else, and there's no reason for you to prove to anyone else that you are worthy. Tap in. There's no reason to speak to someone else or try to convince someone else of something that is inherently true, that is God given for you, and that is that you are worthy. The reason why you have been so magnetic lately and you are drawing everyone in or everything or just great energy and new perspectives in life is because you understand, friend, that moving away from the bullshit is allowing you to invite abundance to you. How does that feel? What does that look like? How do you tap into that? Where's your muscle for it? Where's your time for that? I want you to answer these questions. They are imperative, friend. And as we move on, I want you to also think about what might be unconsciously creating some resistance. Now, I talked about resistance just a little bit, but I think we should take a deeper dive and a deeper look into how resistance might be holding you back as you continue to elevate and drawing some energy to you, or a lot of energy to you. This era of magnetism, I told y'all 2025 is the year of your receiving, and you are going to receive blessing on top of blessing on top of blessing. 2024 was the year of extraction and exposure, and this year is the year of receiving the downloads, receiving the truth, just being open with it. So what's hiding in the shadows is truly the question. We've got some fast-paced energy coming our way. Wow. What is hiding in the shadows are, y'all not gonna be ready for this. What is hiding in the shadows? Nothing but rumors. Nothing but rumors. But here's the tick, friend. Here is the tick when talking about what's in the shadows waiting. These rumors are going to attempt to trigger you. These rumors are going to come from people, situations that you ruminated on before. And I'm telling you right now, friend, you gotta make a choice. You gotta make a choice. Are you going to feed into the rumors, or are you going to take a step back and say, what's that song by Redman and Redman? I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. You might have to just be there. Okay, tap in. You might just have to say, you know what? Whatever the rumors are, they are true. Tap in. Again, what is the point of you out here fist fighting for your life against people whose only goal at this point for you is for you to not succeed and find that you are worthy of having a peaceful life? What's the disruption for? This isn't a divine disruption. This isn't God interference. These are people who have shifted their focus from whatever it is that they're doing to distract you from you walking in your purpose and you evolving. Tap in. That is the big deal. And look, when we get to the root of the problem, oh my gosh, friend, tap in. The root of the problem literally comes from people talking about you. The rumors, people and truth talking out the side of their mouths. So your choice is, are you going to focus on people talking out the side of their mouths, or are you going to listen to your own treasure? Are you going to listen to the call to your treasure? That is the question. Ooh, tap in. Ooh, tap in. That's the point. Oh my gosh. So that's what the shadows, girl. Don't be scared of the shadows. Don't be scared of shadows. Y'all know I got a friend who all the time she is worried about politics. She doesn't really care for politics. Let me say that. She doesn't really care for politics, but she's worried about what the world will look like with politics going the way that it's going. And I've never been that person. I'm just like, we're going to have to deal with whatever it is that's in front of us. The question is, have we built enough stamina? Have we built enough resolve to say that the worst of the worst could happen and we still got to live through it and deal with it? And although most of our brains can't fathom the worst of the worst, a lot of people in this world can. And it's those people out there that have been through the high level traumatic experiences that will lead those who are afraid, who are indifferent, who may not hold the level of power that it takes to get through something like big. And I feel like for you, friend, you understand just how powerful you are when it comes to getting through something traumatic and ushering people to the next level. I'm telling you, don't be scared of this shadow. Don't be scared. It ain't gonna be nothing but a bunch of people talking trash that can't get nowhere anyway. You know what? When you leave, whatever energy you are tapping into, when you come back from that, when you just take a peek into the old you, where the old you used to be, you're gonna find them same people there doing the same stuff. Tap in. Okay. We need to talk about how these opportunities are about to roll in. We need to talk about how your experiences are starting to come into orbit with your magnetism and what you will start to attract along the way. If you don't mind me tapping in to that energy, friend, go ahead on and let me know. Tap in. Ooh, card already coming out. So what are you currently inviting into your life? What experiences are coming? The experience of focus. I love this energy for you, friend. Oh, this experience of focus is totes next level. It's actually so next level that it tells you it's intense. The intensity of this focus, I feel like going back to the King of Cups energy, this endeavor that you are taking on, this creative endeavor that you're taking on is going to like completely change your life. I think you're going to start walking into spaces that you never knew existed. It is going to rock your socks. I want you to take this magnetism, right? I want you to take this next level magnetism. And I want you to start to put your energy into it. Put your energy into it in a way that allows you to not only process what's happening in the dome, but happening in your third eye. I'm telling you, this focus is going to call attention to you in the most beautiful ways. That's what magnetism is. And so when we have this next level focus, this is going to take you into spaces. I mean, the download that's happening, I am seeing like this arch. I got to tell y'all this vision I'm having right now. I see like this arch. I see gold, red, and black balloons. Okay. And then there's like, I can't really see the next portal. You're entering a portal and it's nothing but sparkly. It sparkles everywhere. I'm about to date myself, but PJ Sparkles level stuff. And look, creativity. Creativity with the crown chakra, friend. So when we talk about what you currently inviting into your life, you're inviting a spiritual connection with creativity that's going to lead to focus, that's going to lead to different levels of connection with not just other people, but validating that you are walking in your purpose. That's the other thing. You are being validated walking into your purpose. And at the bottom here, you got nothing but, listen, Taurus energy all day with the bunny, and it's talking about fertility. So this is something that you're going to be able to pump out. It's going to feel new. You're going to be rebirthed, renewed, and it is spirited. You are very animated with this. Like, we know that this is going to be fast paced. I'm telling you, friend, whatever this creative endeavor is, it's going to take off. It's going to be next level. And as you ascend to this next level, we have to talk about how to fine tune your energy. We have to dig into what's going to keep you grounded. And girl, I don't even know what's about to pop up, But whatever it is, let's make sure that we are tapping in deeply into what's keeping you grounded. Girl, I'm not even ready for this. What is about to keep you grounded, friend? The recognition of your emotions. The recognition of your emotions. Your spiritual tests. You're going to recognize your spiritual test. You got the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups. Let me tell you something about the Knight of Cups. Let me tell you about the Knights. The Knights is nothing but pure royal energy. So when you get that inkling, when you get that spark, when you get the hairs raising up on the back of your neck, when something's about to go down, I want you to listen. I want you to lean into that and know that that's your intuition saying, hey, it's time for you to get up out of here. Your Knight of Cups energy, along with the High Priestess, is so in tune. It is your reality check. Your spirit is going to know bullshit is about to go down before it actually goes down. Do not ignore it. Do not act like you don't know. Don't be that girl. Don't be that one friend who wants to stick around and see the show. No, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. The High Priestess and the Knight of Cups. I mean, look how the Knight of Cups is looking at you anyway. Don't do it, friend. Don't do it. As soon as you get the inkling, and I'm telling you, if you do it, look, everything will come down. Trust your intuition on your movements. You can still consult with people that you love, that you know that are supporting you through your journey. You can still consult if you want to, but trust your intuition first and then consult later, okay? And I mean that. Tap all the way in on that, friend. Do not allow yourself to be a victim of I should have left, or I should have known, or I should have listened to myself. Don't be that. That's why you were in Six of Swords energy in the first place, because you have allowed yourself so many times to say, I should have listened to my intuition when it told me to leave or invest in myself or do differently or whatever the case may be, and you didn't do it. Now you're here. And as you continue to elevate through the different levels of your spiritual journey, I want you to recognize that your intuition is going to be extremely fine-tuned. And this is what's going to be your reality check. This is what's going to keep you balanced and intentional and protected. Tap in, friend. I need to get on a few other things before I close out this message, because it's so important. It's so important that we know just how powerful we are. For some reason, the magician did not want to come up. As I kept saying, we have to know how powerful we are. I want to lay the magician down there, because first of all, a magician is everything. The magician knows how to yield the power, and coupled with your next level, high level intuition and calling it out, ooh, friend. And let me tell you something else. This message is downloaded for me. Let me tell you something else, Shania. The more you lean into your intuition, the more you will recognize how powerful you are. And sometimes, tap in, sometimes, friend, you cannot remove yourself from situations even when your intuition has told you to leave and get up out of there. Sometimes things happen so fast that you don't have an opportunity to remove yourself from chaos, or to get out of a situation where someone is trying to verbally manipulate you, right? Or put you in a situation where you have to defend yourself. Listen, when it comes to protecting your life, when it comes to protecting your spiritual life, it is okay to defend yourself, okay? It is okay for you to say, I am not safe. I have let anybody I needed to know that I am not safe. And I don't know if I can get out of this situation without defending myself. And if you have to take that type of action, the magician is there to help you out. Okay? Tap in, take that. Take that, take that. Now, I really want to talk about how this has a ripple effect on you. So I want you to tap this deck 3 times, and then I want you to be prepared for when I split the deck, what's going to open, okay? So ready, on the count of 3, tap the deck 3 times, okay? 1, 2, 3, tap, tap, tap. Thank you, friend. Okay, let's split this deck. Oh, Lord. How are you influencing others? What is this ripple effect of this magnetic energy? Like, the ripple effect, there's 2 sides to this. The ripple effect on one end, the spiritual word has gotten out. The ripple effect in the spiritual realm is that you have given your life to this next level spiritual energy that serves your purpose, one of your amazing angelic purposes, right? And anyone that's going to try to come for you, anything that tries to disrupt you, friend, I do not envy them at all. This is the time to become steadfast in a ritual that also allows you to say your prayers, that also allows you to meditate and tap in. You have the Knight of Swords. And let me tell y'all something about the Knight of Swords, y'all. It's one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. One of my favorite cards in the whole deck, even though I'm a Hierophant. It is my favorite card in the deck because the Knight of Swords don't give two gosh darns about who got something to say, to do, to what, to where. The Knight of Swords is coming through on royal activation and shutting everything down. And this is powerful because as you yield your talent in the everyday world, there are going to be energies that want to shut that down. It is what it is, friend. You know this for a fact because you live in the real world. Like things happen, people come in, energies come in. You have been infiltrated before in ways where things have tried to stop you before, even though you succeeded, but you recognize that there are always going to be opposing situations that try to stop you from becoming the best version of yourself. Doesn't mean that they will succeed. It just means that it is happening and it happens. The Knight of Swords is not going to let that happen. Whoever you called on at one point in time in your prayers, in your ritual journal, your manifestation journal, whatever incantation you have done, I'm telling you right now, there's another level of angel, of archangel that has come in for your Department of Defense, for your spiritual Department of Defense. Tap in. And your spiritual legacy has entered the chat. Tap in, friend. I'm gonna say this one more time. Your spiritual legacy. I'm talking about the past versions, every dimension version of you, what you put in, what you have sown has come into the chat. Your ancestral realm has come into the chat. The ones that we love, not the ones that are full of bullshit, has come into the chat. And I'm telling you, friend, if you say that something is not right in the spiritual realm and it is starting to show up in ways through people, through events, through conversations, through a series of things that are going on at one time, if you say something's not right, your spiritual Department of Defense is showing up. And it's untitled. So when I say, like, hey, what is being influenced around you, your spiritual Department of Defense is being influenced in a beautiful way. You tapping on that screen, pulled that out. Pulled it out. And right behind, in the 3D world where we are right now, friend, guess who's right behind the Knight of Swords? Y'all ready for this? Girl, the Knight of Pentacles. What that mean? That mean is royal, financial, not just financial, is royal benefits coming to you, friend. Not just money, like I just said. I mean, that's coming because you are investing in your endeavors. Not just that, friend, but more time, more energy. You're going to start choosing better foods for yourself. I'm telling you this, you're going to have a natural attraction to healthier foods for you. You will become more astute in how you lend your energy to other people or situations. I also feel like there's going to be a calling for service for you. No, not the military, friend. Tap in. Even though we're talking about the Knights, tap in. No, I think that you're going to start volunteering more. I feel like you're going to have a calling to give this new level of energy to those who are in need. And you're going to tap into that service by way of how you used to be. So whatever it is that had you stuck, that had you hurt, that had you not moving, you're going to find a way to help other people not be that. This service is, I really feel like the calling of this is service, money and service. Tap in. A little bit of time too. At some point in time, you're going to say in your days, I'm going to take a nap. And you're not going to feel rushed to wake up. Like how you have to take, I have to take a 2 hour nap not to wake up. You're going to like, hey, I could actually rest. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles is bringing to you. It's bringing comfort. It's bringing a comfortability that is not just stable, but is abundant and beautiful and protected, well protected. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Ooh, this is like next level. Oh my gosh, I love this. And the final question that we have to truly ask is, what is the expansion? What is coming beyond this version of myself? So we're going to tap in a little bit to what maybe you can expect and how to handle certain situations that may come to you. And if Spirit allows, we will answer a few questions, So let's see. Oh my gosh, friend. When I said earlier, are you going to stay in a situation or are you going to move forward? I said earlier, don't be scared of the shadows. And as soon as I busted open this car, I got fear in reverse, friend. I got fear in reverse, friend. And when you look at fear, you might feel confined. You're no longer confined, friend. You are, when I say like spread your wings, like you're about to fly all the way to the sky, friend. Like this is so tapped in. Oh my gosh, friend, tap in. Tap in. And on the other side of fear in reverse, because we're asking, like, what can we look forward to? You can look forward to not being scared of your shadows because you're dealing with them. You can look forward to not being scared of anybody else trying to place their shadows on them because you are wiser than you were before, friends. Tap in. And then on the other side, you have exuberance. On the other side, you have radiance, cheerfulness, high spirits. And that's what's coming because you found your place. You know that even though your journey is not complete, even though you know you have miles and miles ahead of you, you still have the opportunity to tap in and be present. Tap in and be present. And I love that fear in reverse came out with exuberance because it shows enthusiasm. There's a word like, what's the word? Vivacity, right? And even still looking at this, we see creative expression. I'm telling you, this next level creative energy for you, friend. I love this a lot. Attraction. And girl, in the word attraction, it literally says magnetism. It literally says magnetism, friend. Look at this. Is it going to pick up? Do y'all see that? It says magnetism. My God, tap in. Oh my gosh. So the creative expression, being a visionary. Ooh, I got chills. Innovative, visionary, process. I just said that. Process, development. And then you have attraction, which means appeal, allure, magnetism, the charm. Tap in. Tap in. This is your continued expansion. Not being scared to tap into your next level. You're conquering this one right now. You see that even through the stumbles, the falls, because you're going to have a couple of them, friend. Even through that, you're still able to say, okay, I learned and I'm not scared to fall anymore. I'm not scared to make that mistake anymore. All you're going to do is level up, friend. Tap in. And so I want you to ask yourself this question right now. Like, what does your magnetism feel like right now? What does it look like for you? If some of this resonates, you're like, yes, Cass, this is like me. Like, tap in. Tap in them comments, tap in with the like button, tap in and share. You can even subscribe if you want to, friend. I want you to recognize that when you are doing a service to you in order to live a life of abundance and the way that God has set it up for you, it's going to look good. It might look different from somebody else's, but it's going to look good. It's going to come in strong. I want you to know how your energy shifts when you start to become fully aligned with you. Oh my God. You are you're going to be a model for other people to follow. I'm telling you, every time I start to think about people who want to go against you, I think about all the people who are watching you and learning and looking at you as an example. And sure enough, I pulled model. You are a prototype for a lot of people. That is also an expansion of your energy, friend. And look, goddesses of literature. I am not law. I'll tell y'all, I can't make this stuff up. Goddesses of literature. I'm telling you, the arts is where it is for you, friend. It's pulling through. And I love this. Okay. And the last question I want to ask you is, are you receiving what you desire or something unexpected that you still wanted? You just ain't know you had skipped a couple levels, friend. Or are you beginning? Are you at the start? Wherever you are in your journey, don't beat yourself up because you think you should be further along, girl. We all think we should be further along. Life ain't come with no instructions, especially when somebody throw a hard curveball in here. Okay, give yourself some grace. You deserve the grace. I want you to ask, what are you being invited to speak about, to spill into, to pour into? Where are you being asked to take your energy away from? What are you being asked to understand about yourself even more? Right? This is not about whether or not you achieve tomorrow or a year from now. This is about your journey. And whether or not your experience on this planet is going to be one that is enjoyable while you have the opportunity, or is it going to be one where you feel stuck in a situation or situations that don't serve you? And with that, I appreciate your magnetism because, girl, this video is magnetic. Okay, tap in. I love you guys so much. You know, the divine light in me honors and recognizes the divine light in you. Namaste. I'm gonna get up out of here and go enjoy the lake. I love you guys so much. Bye.